Hey all, welcome back to the channel. Today is different than my normal ATV outdoor adventure content. Today is me trying to fix my broken family. Diablo 2 is a game, and the game has been out for about 20 years. And it has caused a rather deep divide, a sharp rift within my family. And I'm going to tell you the story about that. So about 20 years ago, I used to play Diablo 2 online with who's tied for my second favorite cousin. Shout out little Jim on that one. And we used to have some wobbly pops every once in a while, and he was over at my house. And this is when really when Diablo 2 first came out. So he found a godly item. We've never seen it before, and we used to sell these items on eBay and all that sort of thing. That's how rare they were. So he got something called the Oculus, and I'm going to show that right here. I was jealous. I was painfully jealous. I wanted to see this. I wanted to look at it. I wanted to touch it. I wanted to smell it. So my second favorite, tied for my second favorite cousin, shout out little Jim, we're at my house and he let me try it. He logged on to his Battle.net account on my crappy old PC at the time, and he had a sorceress. And he had the Oculus. So we were three sheets to the wind. We were into whatever we were into. I don't know if it was beers or wild turkey, whiskey, overproof. We're into something though. That's absolutely guaranteed, because I couldn't put up with my second favorite cousin really if I wasn't hammered. So me being me, we're in Act 1 and there's a vendor named Geed. So I run his sorceress over to Geed, and I'm pretending to take the Oculus off and sell it to Geed, who's one of the vendors. And once back then, I don't know about now, but back then, if you sold an item to a vendor that was of unique properties, you couldn't buy it back. It just disappeared in the vendor land. He was like, "No, don't, cuz, don't sell my Oculus to Geed." And I was like, look, I'm gonna pretend to, and that my finger is taking the Oculus off the character and putting it above the vendor, which would have sold it. Yeah, I accidentally sold his Oculus, and this is before Oculuses were even known. This is like a 0-day Oculus. Nobody's ever heard of this, because we were pretty big in the scene, and we were making some money on eBay selling these rare items. Yeah, I sold his Oculus. So things sort of changed after that. Things went downhill a little bit, to the point of, like, to this day we go to the same barber, and my barber's one of my homies, so he let me know that my second favorite cousin, shout out little Jim, was offering him money to mess my hair up. Wow, that made me think. That made me think that he's still that mad. And actually on my YouTube channel, my cousin is still bitter and still comments about me selling this Oculus to Geed. So this came out. I haven't played it in 20 years, and we used to play hardcore. So I was half decent at it, and I'm not really into it that much, but I decided to try and redeem myself. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea. So I bought the game, and I started playing it. I started having fun. And then I decided to work tirelessly and relentlessly to make this right, to make my family bond back together again. So I created a character in hardcore, and I played, and I played, and I played, excuse me, and I played, and I played, and I played some more, until I got an Oculus. It took me months and months and months of just grinding these spots where the Oculus would drop, and I got one, and I can't believe it. I'm going to show you. So this is what Diablo 2 looks like. You can see there's my character, and you have a little inventory system here. And if you look, this is the Oculus. This is the godly item of 20 years ago that nobody had at the time. And I was playing around and I was picking it up. I was picking it up and I was dragging it, pretending to drag it to sell it to this guy. If you go over here, you can see on the mini map there that this guy's name is Geed. See, you can see his name is Geed.
Hello.
So I went to trade. I was like, hey, cuz, look at this. I'm going to sell your Oculus. I'm going to sell it. And I picked it up and I was like, whoa, whoa, look at that. Well, guess what, cuz? Here's your redemption. I'm picking up this Oculus, as you can see, and I just sold it to Geed. So you can see that you can buy them back now, but you could not buy them back then. So I bought it back, but you know what? I'm gonna sell it again, and I am going to log off. There goes that Oculus. So I hope that you realize, cuz, that that blood is thicker than pixels. Blood is thicker than pixels. I hope that you can forgive me someday. As you can see, I just sold an Oculus to Geed of my own. So there you go. Like, share, subscribe.